Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today let's talk about the top 10 TV shows where constant chaos ruled the sets. Many TV shows aim for a series packed full of drama, but sometimes, and actually quite often, there is as much off-screen tension as there is on. So let's go ahead and dig a little deeper into these behind-the-scenes antics. Number 1. Desperate Housewives. When Felicity Huffman, Lynette, was caught up in the college admission scandal, her co-stars sent letters of support in response. Eva Longoria, Gabrielle, specifically called out the behavior of one of her co-workers, who she didn't name. And she wrote saying this: "There was a time I was being bullied at work by a co-worker. I dreaded the days I had to work with that person because it was pure torture. Until one day Felicity told the bully, enough was enough. And it all stopped. Felicity could feel that I was riddled with anxiety even though I never complained or mentioned the abuse to anyone. There were many stipulations over who this bully could be, with many suggestions that there was a long-running feud between the cast and their co-star Terry Hatcher, Susan. Whispers only increased back in 2012 when Terry's name was left off a thank you card from the cast to the crew for all the work on the series. Who knows who Eva's letter was referring to, but it's safe to say things weren't great on the set of the hit series.
Stop! Susan, you said you wanted to help me, and I believed you. That's it. We're done.
No. I screwed up, okay? I want to fix it. Please let me fix it. Tell me how to fix it.
Number 2. Euphoria. The chaos that went on off-screen during the filming of Euphoria involved the actual shooting process itself. It was reported that the production was riddled with problems and the conditions were not up to scratch. There were complaints of long shooting delays and late meals, so much so that a SAG union rep who represents actors had to turn up on set. There was also apparently a disagreement between creator Sam Levinson and Barbie Ferreira about the direction of her character, Kat Hernandez. The tension got so bad that Barbie reportedly walked off the set. The result ended up being that her character's screen time and character development were significantly reduced, and she's now since departed from the show.
I think people are like 100% straight and like 100% gay. No, because obviously there's like bi people, asexual, pan. Sexuality is like a spectrum, you know? Yeah, totally. Why? I don't know. Do you think straight guys ever like watch gay porn?
Number 3. Sex and the City. From the very early days of Sex and the City, there was reported infighting between Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall. There were a variety of tension points, with money being one of them. Allegedly, after Sarah was given an executive producer title during the second season, raising her salary to $300,000, Kim in turn negotiated for a higher salary as well. It was reported that crew and cast members weren't happy with Kim for doing this, and wouldn't even sit with her at mealtimes. Despite the two regularly coming out and quashing rumors of them not being friends, Kim would later suggest that there was, indeed, animosity. In an interview in 2017, she claimed that she'd never been friends with her co-stars. She stated, "This is really where I take to task the people from Sex and the City, and specifically Sarah Jessica Parker. I think she could have been nicer. I really think she could have been nicer. I don't know what her issue is."
I saw that look in your eye in my office.
What look?
That judgmental look.
That wasn't judgment, that was shock. I thought we were having lunch.
Are you telling me you have no judgment about me and the Worldwide Express guy?
No judgment. But I do have a question. Will this relationship be priority overnight or next day delivery?
Number 4. Doctor Who. Christopher Eccleston was well liked as the Time Lord, but his stint as the Doctor only lasted for one season, with him being replaced by David Tennant. The reason for his departure was a breakdown in the relationship between him and his superiors. In 2010, he said, "I didn't enjoy the environment and the culture that we, the cast and crew, had to work in. I wasn't comfortable. I thought, if I stay in this job, I'm going to have to blind myself to certain things that I thought were wrong. And I think it's more important to be your own man than to be successful. So, I left. He specified where it went wrong, saying, my relationship with my 3 immediate superiors, the showrunner, the producer, and co-producer, broke down irreparably during the first block of filming, and it never recovered. They lost trust in me, and I lost faith, trust, and belief in them. Community. The off-screen drama during the filming of Community was predominantly between or including creator Dan Harmon and actor Chevy Chase. The two had a long-running public feud which saw Dan play an angry voicemail that Chevy left him, where he calls Community a fucking mediocre sitcom at his comedy show. The voicemail was leaked and only increased the media frenzy around the two's relationship. Chevy also had to apologize after he used the N-word on set while he was expressing frustration with his character. In 2012, Dan was fired from the show that he created, after which he went on somewhat of a tirade against his former employees, calling the NBC Entertainment chairman Bob Greenblatt Darth Vader, and saying his Sony bosses were not human.
Miss Elizabeth.
Annie.
And finally, this beautiful creature is named Shirley.
Is that even close? Are you unaware that Shirley finds your advances inappropriate?
What advances?
You have been sexually harassing me since the very first day of class.
Sexually harassing? What? That makes no sense to me. Why would I harass somebody who turns me on?
Number 6. Grey's Anatomy. The much-loved series wasn't without its off-screen drama. A lot of the friction was centered around Patrick Dempsey. The McDreamy actor was involved in a skirmish with co-star Isaiah Washington, where it was claimed that Isaiah used an anti-gay slur. Months after the scandal, it was announced that Isaiah wouldn't return for the following season, and he spoke about his reasons for the argument. Isaiah claimed it was Patrick's lateness that initiated their disagreement, claiming Patrick became unhinged and, quote, sprayed spittle in his face. The actor also added, I am not homophobic, in no way, shape, or form. Other actors seemed to find it difficult working with Patrick, as producer James D. Perriott alluded to by saying the actor caused certain HR issues, although it wasn't sexual in any way. He sort of was terrorizing the set. Some cast members had all sorts of PTSD with him. He had this hold on the set where he knew he could stop production and scare people. There was also animosity between Katherine Heigl, who played Izzy, and creator Shonda Rhimes. Katherine clearly had a problem with how her character was written, something she expressed when she was nominated for an Emmy Award in 2008. She withdrew herself from the nomination, saying, I did not feel that I was given the material this season to warrant an Emmy nomination. Shonda commented on the incident saying, on some level it stung, and on some level I was not surprised. When people show you who they are, believe them.
I have been over this, and it can't be a lie, and it can't be fake. We need charts, we need test results. We need UNOS to believe us, so it has to be real.
What are you talking about, Izzy?
Number 7. Charmed. The hit series spanned for 8 seasons, but it was certainly not a smooth ride, with much of the off-screen drama revolving around the friendships, or lack thereof, between the show's stars. One feud in particular, between Alyssa Milano and Shannon Doherty, led to the latter's departure from the show at the end of Season 3. On why she left, Shannon spoke about the type of actors she did not want to work with, fiercely insinuating that it was Alyssa's behavior that led to her departure. She was quoted saying this, there was too much drama on the set and not enough passion for the work. I want to work with actors who really care and that want to be there every single day. I don't want to work with people who bitch about their job, complain about it, and say that they hate it or anything else. Then in came Rose McGowan, and while the on-screen transition was smooth, the off-screen drama only increased. Rose and Alyssa apparently did not get on at all, but their main feud erupted after the series was over. The two engaged in multiple Twitter back and forths, where they exchanged very strong insults to each other. One interaction saw Rose reference her time on set. Rose wrote, I cried every time we got renewed because you made that set toxic AF. Now get off my coattails, you fucking fraud. To which Alyssa replied, hurt people, hurt people. Empowered people, empower people. loved people love people.
5? Okay, what did you do just before you turned into Betty Boop?
Well, I cast a spell on the slime ball I work with so I could give him a taste of his own medicine.
Uh-huh. That the slime ball?
And that's the backfire.
Number 8. The OC. It seems as though having a bunch of young and newly very famous people all working week after week together is a strong recipe for tension and toxicity. Tate Donovan, who played Jimmy Cooper on the show, opened up about how the kids' behavior got worse, saying, by season 3, the kids had developed a really bad attitude. They just didn't want to be doing the show anymore. It was pretty tough. They were very tough to work with. Cam Gigande, who played Volchok in season 3, concurred with Tate regarding the atmosphere on set, saying, those kids were fucking miserable. They would not remember their lines on purpose. They were young.
No way. Look who's back. You're a little far from 8 Mile.
Luke, don't.
What are you, like, spokesperson for Geeks of America or something? You know what I like about rich kids? Nothing.
Number 9. Glee. Much has been spoken about the chaotic filming process of Glee. And of course, the tragic deaths of cast members cast a dark shadow on the series. The offset drama was a constant presence during the filming process. Among the actors, there was immediate competition, even for things such as followers online. Doug Kirkpatrick, the hair department head of season 3, also noted that there was this social media competition. He said, I would oftentimes see the actors gathered talking about how many people they acquired as followers, and it was a competition. In the beginning, they had to tweet every day. It was Leah who really had the numbers. Of course, there were also bullying claims leveled at Leah, with Samantha Ware accusing Michelle of making traumatic microaggressions towards her on the set. She also claimed that she threatened to get her fired. Heather Morris backed up these claims, saying, for Leah to treat others with the disrespect that she did for as long as she did, I believe she should be called out. The off-screen drama was so prominent that a documentary series called The Price of Glee was released earlier this year, covering drama, tragedy, and fallout that occurred during the making of the series.
Now proceed to the next checkpoint without fear of violence.
Why are you speaking so loud?
I'm the Law & Order prom queen candidate, here to protect every student at this school from harassment. Did she?
Number 10. 2.5 Men. The off-screen drama on 2.5 Men ultimately led to the killing off of Charlie Sheen's character and almost resulted in the show's ending. The chaos was centered around Charlie's behavior and his public feud with writer and creator Chuck Lorre. Charlie continuously made incendiary comments about Chuck, which created its own media storm. John Cryer remembered it, saying, it was such a crazy firestorm. Even internationally, it was like the biggest thing. Chuck and John sat down and discussed even ending the show, but eventually Chuck had the idea to bring in Ashton Kutcher's character to replace Charlie. Executives officially said that Charlie's firing was due to his dangerously self-destructive conduct. Not even his tiger blood could have saved him from this mess.
Kind of a last resort.
What's that?
Have you considered having breast reduction surgery?
Something's wrong. Charlie Harper?
Yeah?
Keep your hands off my wife.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you again next time.